Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the Sport Rev Show. I'm your host, Limba Mupetami. Let's start off with the hit list. The Namibia Sports Commission's Chief Administrator, Freddie Muya, confidently stated that top performers will receive monies from the Sports Rewards Fund for their sporting excellence. The rewards are provided by the Ministry of Sport through the Namibia Sports Commission. Muya stated that his office has made submissions to the government to settle monies owed to athletes for their international exploits. Muya was responding to these journalists' queries on whether the reward policy is effective and if the government has kept their promise to reward those who excel and win medals at international competitions. Now, tomorrow, the FNB July Handicap will showcase horse racing with 95 horses and 30 jockeys at the Okahashipara turf in Okonjatu. A total of 17 races are expected to unfold throughout the day, offering an incredible spectacle for spectators to enjoy. The horses come from about 20 horse racing clubs, with some bred in Namibia and others in South Africa. The event is made possible by FNB with a substantial prize pool of $260,000 up for grabs. This sponsorship highlights the growth and significance of horse racing. The MTC Nestor Sunshine Tobias Boxing Academy will host the Independence Boxing Bonanza Together as One Part 10 on the 1st of September with 3 mouth-watering bouts on the card. Yesterday in Windhoek, boxing promoter Nestor Tobias announced 3 bouts which boxing fans can anticipate for the night. In the national welterweight title fight, expect to see Emmanuel Munganjela versus Harrison Nekobondoka. On the other hand, HBO Africa welterweight title will also be on the line, with Charles Shinima set to defend it against an experienced opponent, Eid Pialari of Tanzania. Another local boxer, Paulinus Njolonimos, will be challenged for his WBO International Super middleweight title that he holds. His opponent, however, is yet to be announced. The launch of the 16th edition of the Classic Clashes took place on Wednesday at the FNB headquarters. The Minister of Sport, Agnes Shongarero, spoke about her excitement for this year's Classic Clashes as the first games take place in Keetmanshoop this coming weekend. Well, of course, here's an interview, or rather, Agnes Shongarero speaking at the launch of the Classic Clashes.
Sport continues to be a discipline that brings nations together, irrespective of background. And in my view, any project that unifies our nation is a winning project and will always receive the support and attention of my ministry. We know the profound benefits of sport, and I can assure you that government sincerely appreciates the support received from the private sector for sport, and specifically for the youth at large. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why today it gives me great pleasure to launch the 16th edition of the FNB Classic Clashes. This year's theme, as was said already, of grassroots to greatness, speaks volumes, starting off with how the Classic Clashes began at grassroots, with just 7 teams. It has continued to grow and flourish to greatness, with now 44 teams and how many regions did you see? 12. Where did we fall short? But okay, never mind. It is, however, my continued wish to see more schools participating each year. And I'm excited for the day when all 14 regions of our country will be represented. I'll wait for that day. As for our sportmen and sportwomen, the real stars of the show, for some, it may be just a sport, but for many, it's more, much more. You can one day become the billionaire, millionaire in sport. It's happening all over the world. Why not in Namibia? You all start off with the opportunity of fun, and with the incredible opportunities and learning experiences that sport can give you. Before you know it, you have forged your way to greatness. So it started as a fun. Yeah, it's fun, we play. And some, not everybody, some will excel. And we'll be playing those. Some say they are playing football for Liverpool's and whoever's. Others are playing rugby for the Wallabies or whoever. Those who are playing netball for the Silver Ferns or whoever. Who was the other one? What was the other sport? That was all. Oh, so that's where you can end. It means you can go up. The sky is the limit for you. It depends on you, what you want to do, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, the benefits of sport, as mentioned by Ms. Kaluma, has a profound impact, not just for the youth today, but also for your future lives. From improvements to both physical and mental health, to the promotion and enhancement of education, lifelong learning, and belonging. Not to mention how sport participation assists in combating crime and antisocial behavior. Altogether, aiding in our country's social and economic development and helping to create a greater Namibia. The first game of classic clashes will kick off on the 28th, as was said already. Now in Keetmanshoop, it's a little bit cold down there. I was there just now. One day I was there. With the final whistle blowing on the 20th of September do you know where? Hi. In Okatana. Yeah? In Okatana, is it? Yes, yes. It is going to be 8 weeks of commitment, competitiveness, team spirit, and fun. 8 weeks. Ooh, it's a lot of fun. Thus, I urge all participants to not only give it your best, but, please listen, but to enjoy every moment of the experience. And to all the coaches, school principals, parents, and other spectating learners also, I remind you to bring enthusiasm, but also respect for the competing teams. And don't forget to make the most out of this time, to not only cheer your team, but to build real camaraderie and community spirit.
That ends the hit list. Up next is the In the Pipeline segment right after this break.
Stock up on mega deals this month at WB. Get 10 kilogram top score maize for $119.99. 3 kilogram Polana elbows or macaroni for $79.99. 1 liter Clover Ultra milk for $20.99. 3 times Fanta 2 liter for $50. And Huggies diapers value packs for $174.99. See all our specials online at www.woermanbrock.com. We care.
We care.
Robert Kaxuxuena, a local long-distance running coach, has produced some of the best athletes over the years. Sport Rep caught up with him, whereas he spoke a little about his running days and what it takes to be a great athlete. Stay tuned for this interview. Okay, we are joined by the top long distance coach, Mr. Robert. Were you a runner yourself?
Yes, I was a runner. I started running when I was in primary school in Tumeb. I started in Lucas Kaele is the one who discovered me that I was running. The first event, Lucas, I think, Kaele organized in Tumeb. I came first in 5 kilometers, and from there I started training with them. That time was TCL running club. I joined. Unfortunately, I left Tumeb to Windhoek, and I started running at primary school with Master Nashpili. We did some school junior events, ran few events. From there, I started running now serious running when I joined the Ministry of Defense. I did some international events. My good event, I finished number 8 in North Korea, where I finished number 8. Some 10 kilometers, I finished 5 kilos. I finished number 5 and 8 internationally in France. And from 2012, I started coaching. Is where I started coaching now. I saw that I gained, but I was a coach and a runner at the same time. And once I saw that I'm improving in coaching, me myself, I stopped running. Then I concentrate on more coaching.
Okay. So at the moment, of course, you guys were going through your training session today. You have a couple of very good athletes in your group. You have the likes of course, Marathon King Hilalia, who is, of course, nursing an injury at the moment. You have the likes of Beata Negambo that is also joining you. You have the likes of Paulus Daniel. What would you say at the moment, the advice that you are giving to your running team as they are preparing for competitions?
At the moment, the advice that I give them is for them to listen very carefully what I'm giving them. Train hard. They must do what I'm telling them if they want to success. And hard work is the most important. And I always tell them that the discipline is number 1 in my camp. That is number 1 in my camp. If the discipline is very low, he have to put himself at a certain level of discipline in order to achieve anything. And they mustn't only respect me, to respect everyone that come in front of them. Sport is something that you never know. The person that needs to help you, it doesn't mean I'm the only person, and the person that is advising him when it comes to sport, you have to be online with that person and respect that person. At the moment, we don't have much to do because of most of my athletes went to the training for Namibian Correctional Service. So I'm left with very, very few, and they are more, like you said, injured. But we are, at the end of the day, I think there will be competitions coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a coach, what would you say is the top achievement that you want to achieve one day with your athletes? Whether it's Hilalia, whether it's Paulus Daniel, what would you one day want to say, I achieved this with my athlete? Is it the Commonwealth gold? Is it World Athletics gold? What would you want to achieve?
That's what as a coach, what I achieved, that I achieved already, because I have a medal in Commonwealth Games, I have a medal in World Championship, I have a medal, not a medal, but I have achieved in certain big marathon, major marathon in the world. I have a gold, silver, bronze in those big marathons. I achieved what every coach wanted to achieve in long distance running. And at the moment, as a Namibian also, I have achieved as the national records of long distance from 21 to 42. I'm the one who's having those national records. So I'm very proud, and I still encouraging them to do more, especially to the men. We want to see more men coming up and achieve even medals at big events like Commonwealth, World Champ, and Olympic. But what my aim now is to get a medal in the Olympics. I don't have a medal in the Olympics, but I'm aiming, and it will come soon.
Okay.
I'm very hopeful.
Yeah. Now, just lastly, for the upcoming marathon runners, long distance runners, the guys that are watching this show right now that want to join you, is there a message maybe that you'd like to give them?
No, the message is clear. Everyone is welcome. To my camp, everyone is welcome, as long as he comes with discipline. And respect others that are finding there. And for me, anyone can come and join, and to see how far are we going, or how will we do the things. It doesn't matter you are a beginner, you can come.
Okay.
There is always a beginning, and sometimes the beginners are the ones who are top achievers.
Like me, Coach, I'll also be coming very soon.
Yeah, you can come. Yeah, welcome to come. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, with that, we head over to another short break, but once we return, we cross over to the Your Take segment of today's show. Daniel Polis of the Namibian Correctional Service, who is also the national 5,000 meters record holder, speaks to Sport Rap about his training. The man of few words is trained by Robert Kaxuxuena and looks up to the likes of marathon queen Hilalia Johannes. And of course, this is what he had to say. Daniel Polis, you guys are training this morning. How many kilos did you run this morning?
20-kilometer jog, and after 20 kilometer, we are going to speed 25 kilometer speed.
Okay, so at the moment you are the national record holder.
Yes.
A lot of guys trying to beat your record. How are you fending those guys off to make sure that you increase your time, you better your time?
Those people just concentrate on training and respect yourself. If you want to learn fast, just respect yourself.
Yeah.
And respect your other people's.
Yeah. So you are coached by Robert. You are also in the team with the likes of Hilalia Johannes, one of your seniors. How is it you running together with her, training with her? I know she's at the moment in injury, but how has it been training with her?
Yeah, I'm very fun. I'm proud of coach and Merarian team. I'm proud of.
So are you getting ready for a competition at the moment? What are the plans that you guys are having?
No, not now. I'm not ready for competition.
Just trying to get fit.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch the Diamond League yesterday? Maybe a competition that stood out for you? What did you enjoy?
Yes, I enjoyed for 5,000 meters, men and male, one male and female.
Yeah.
And 100 meters.
Okay.
I'm proud of the 5,000 meters because of its distance.
Yeah.
Distance.
Yeah.
How do you find the perfect time? Is it in what we create? Or is perfection a form of art? Can we taste the perfect time? Move to it. Feel it. Or is it best enjoyed together? The perfect time is out there. Come with us to find it. Vintage Draft. Perfect time. Perfect beer.
This month on DSTV Premium, Nora is back as life in the Big Apple continues to surprise her and her outrageous family and friends.
I have an idea.
You do?
Two families battle for the coveted camp trophy in this hilarious family-friendly movie.
That was fun.
That was something.
And F1 hits the tarmac as Red Bull continues their push for dominance.
Absolutely epic!
It's your moment to be entertained by staying connected to DSTV Premium.
Namibia may be facing a shadow Argentina side in the Nations Cup opener in Buenos Aires tomorrow, but that does not diminish the challenge the South Americans bring. The match of the four-nation tournament forms part of the final preparations for the Rugby World Cup spectacle, which kicks off in France in September. World Cup-bound Uruguay and Chile will also face the touring Velviches over the next few weeks. Of course, with that we end Lejol. We now cross over to Ari Hoged for in-depth international sports news, and that will of course close today's show, but we will be back again next week, rather, same place, same time.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Let's go get rich from that dying old
We need to keep an eye on Beatrice and Dick. They're trying to take our money.
What is it that Dan used to say?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
No one's born bad. Like anything, it takes practice.
What's all the commotion? There's a robbery across the street. What?
I am Puss in Boots.
What are Puss in Boots?
He is me!
Frank has built something truly special. What he's created out here, it's a different way, a better way.
What are we doing?
Changing the world.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends, 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick, being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news and starting off with Soccer World Cup for Women currently taking place in New Zealand and Australia. There's been a few surprises in the tournament. One big game played today for Southern African interest was the Banyana South African team. They played against Argentina. That game ended in a 2-2 draw. It was a heartbreak for South Africa. They led 2-0 in the second half, but Argentina came back to level the score 2 goals all. And that is not all doom and gloom for South Africa still. They still have a chance to get to the playoff stages, but they need a favor. They need a favor from Sweden. Sweden tomorrow play against Italy, and if Sweden can beat Italy tomorrow, then South Africa still have a chance if they then beat Italy as well. And some of the other results: Australia that earlier lost to Nigeria, that was big surprise, 3-2, and then also USA and the Netherlands that drew 1-1. Some of the games coming up this weekend. On Saturday, it is France that will play against Brazil, and that is on Saturday. and Sunday, it's Switzerland against New Zealand. Important game for New Zealand. They lost a few days ago to the Philippines by 1-0. So for New Zealand to try and qualify, they need to beat the team from Switzerland. And also on Sunday, it is Germany that will play against Colombia. And Germany in good form. They beat Morocco team by 6-0. On to cycling news. It's the Tour de Femme, it's the Tour de France for women that continues. It will finish on Sunday, and it was stage 526 kilometers, and it was Rikanda Bauerfeind. She's from Germany. She won, and she's 23 years old, and she won by 40 seconds over Madeleine Rausen. She's from Germany. And then it is Lahana Lippert that was in third position. That was stage 5. Overall, general classifications, it's still Lotte Kopecky. She is from Denmark. She is the leader in the general classifications, and it is still South African Aisling Moolman-Pasio that is hanging in there. She's in second position. She's 49 seconds behind Lotte Kopecky. So a great tour by Aisling Moolman-Pasio. And then Elise Longo is third, 51 seconds behind her. Important cycling on Saturday and Sunday. It is stage 7 on Saturday. That will be 90 kilometers, and then it finishes on Sunday with a time trial, 22 kilometers. Hopefully that Aisling Moolman-Pasio can do well in that time trial. Continuing international sports news with tennis news, it's the Atlanta Open that continues on the ATP Tour. It is Dan Evans, the third seed from Great Britain. He's out of the tournament. He lost to Dominic Kofer. He is from Germany by 2-6, 7-6 and 6-4, so he's out. Other seeds that went through, that was in the round of 16, is JJ Wolf of the USA and also Chris Eubanks of the USA. And then two Australians that played, it was the second seed, Alex de Minaur. He is from Australia. He beat Tanisi Kokakanis, and he beat him by 6-3 and 6-4, also to go through to the quarterfinals. That is number 2 seed, Alex de Minaur. Unfortunately, South African interest, it was in the round of 16 already that Lloyd Harris of South Africa lost. He lost to Hugo Humbert. He's from France. The score there was 7-6 and 6-4. To close off, it is golf news. It is the US or the British Open for seniors that's taking place. That's for players older than 50 years old. The leader after the first round, Miguel Angel Jimenez, he's from Spain, came in with a round of -5. Steve Alker of New Zealand -3. Bernard Langer, one of the favorites, he's a US Open champion. He came in with a 2 over par score of +2. And then Southern African interest, it is Keith Horn of South Africa, -1 was his first round score. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great Friday and a great sport weekend, and we talk again on Monday. Good weekend for everyone. Bye-bye.